Write down chapter number 2. So some chapters are going to be very, very short, and 2 chapters are going to be lengthy overall, or lengthiest compared to others. Some chapters are hardly of 2 pages also. All right. So that's the reason you might think GST is going faster, but that is the truth. Okay. Like in interpretation of statutes, I went word by word because that is the chapter like that. All right.
Yes.
But in GST, please go through whatever was remaining. Okay, everybody. Fine. So chalo, chapter 2, write down everybody. Concept of supply. Concept of supply. Written? Okay. Ready, everybody?
Yes, sir.
We talk something about a taxable event. I'm going to tax something, a particular, you can say, goods or services. It has to be supplied. Okay. So the incidence of tax, you know, the charge, levy of tax is the foundation stone for any taxation system, right? So there comes a, you can say, a taxable event. It determines the point at which tax would be levied. That is incidence, the time when we will levy the taxes. That is known as what? Taxable event. Clear till here? And to discuss the taxable event, see, we are going to also discuss. There is one more chapter you'll see later on. Time of supply. Okay, everybody? And I think an immediate chapter after that is also value of supply. Now try to understand. Time of supply, pay attention. The importance of that chapter is what? That will tell you the incidence of tax. When I say incidence, means something happened. So we'll say, when did the supply happen? Are you understanding? The answer of that time of supply, or when did the supply happen? What is the importance of that answer? It will determine when the tax will be chargeable or payable. For example, if I say the time of supply is March 21, March 2021, what will we simply say? Which financial year?
2021.
2021. And if I say it is April 21, which financial year?
21.
2020.
That is the importance of what? Time of supply. Understood or no?
Yes.
That means the tax belongs to which time period also. We will see that later on. Okay. Right now, I'll give you example of financial year. And sometime back in chapter 1 also I told you about, it is about tax period may be quarterly or tax period may be monthly.
Monthly.
So
Yes.
this is very important now. That it is falling on 31st January or it is falling on 1st February.
Yes.
Even month wise is important. Yeah. Or it can let us say if it's falling on 31st December or 1st January. Why? The quarter itself may also change. Understood or no? Everybody.
Yes, sir.
That is time of supply. That we will see later on. Similarly, value of supply is another chapter. Now, value of supply has what importance? What do you think? Why we have to check value of supply? What do you think? Why? Based on that tax amount, we'll calculate on value of supply. Simple. Are you understanding, everybody?
Yes.
So again, there are certain things over there which we will see. What is the value of supply? Because you'll be charging tax on that value, no? Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
So-
threshold limit, sir. Like threshold limit.
That is for registration.
Achha.
And once applicable, then after that, even single rupee you do good service, GST is applicable. Clear? So to understand time of supply, value of supply, first you have to understand what is supply. Clear? And in earlier cases also I had told a little bit that sale is just one of the parts of supply. Understood? Sale is just what, bacho? Just one of the parts of supply. Clear? Done?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So GST levies tax on supply of goods and or services. You have to see what is supply. So in GST regime means law, okay? The entire value of supply of goods and services will be taxed in an integrated manner. Leave that, that is nothing great. Okay, everybody? Clear till here, all of you, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Now, we'll come to some sections, everybody. Section 7 of CGST Act. Now pay attention. We give importance to CGST Act only for our syllabus. Because state-wise, we have different state acts. Isn't it? Just like VAT, we never learned in our syllabus VAT state-wise because it is different. Means every state has separate SGST, but CGST is common. So this is our most important act. Did you understand? CGST Act 2017. All right.
Yes.
Done. All right. So supply, includes which kind of definition? Inclusive definition. Just like when I say in income tax, income definition is what income includes. See, it cannot give you entire list what all can be the types of income. Impossible, because they want to tax everything. Whatever generates income, they want to tax that. That's why they say income includes. Similarly, your supply includes. Why? Whatever you supply, it may come or not come in proper definition. But even if it is nearby, we'll say it's supply so that we can tax it. Understood, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Supply includes. So there are certain parts to the definitions. I mean, list given. I'll go through that. Okay. So there are certain categories. Just like if you remember in section 80G, category 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Remember?
Donation.
Right, everybody? Income tax, 80G, donation. 4 categories here. Something similar in supply here. Something similar. 4 categories. Okay. It can be categorized into certain, you can say brackets, supply. Check what is one of the categories. All forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as, example is given, sale. Sale, you understand, transfer of ownership, right? Transfer. So sale or transfer. Now, whatever name called, barter. Barter system, simple.
Yes.
Yes.
Exchange.
Exchange.
Barter, exchange, call it one thing. License. Supply of license. Okay. Now again, who supplies licenses? It can be government also. It can be any authority, right? Yes. Supply of rental means what?
Hire.
Hire. HIRE, hire, right? Or rent income we're discussing here. So you are getting rent for, let us say, an immovable property. What kind of supply will it be? Will it be supply of goods or services?
Services, no, sir.
Services. Rent is your, I mean, on that GST when we charge for immovable property, that is supply of service. Giving the property on rent is a service. Okay, everybody? Okay. Lease or even disposal. Any, I mean, as soon as the owner changes hand, okay, that will be what? Example of what? Supply. Clear? In barter also you can have goods, I mean, exchange of goods, and then in exchange also there can be exchange of services. Isn't it, everybody?
Yes.
Like for example, let us say if I have a dentist doctor and I'm a CA, what can we exchange services? And dental services and
Professional services.
I'll file his income tax return and audit and everything. He will take care of my dental care every year. One visit free. Right, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Done, everybody? Okay. This is just right now one of the examples. Further things what are given. Made or agreed to be made for a consideration. Even barter has a consideration. Exchange also has consideration. So it is not one way. Clear or not? It is not one way consideration. Means what? Only goods or services given, nothing return. We are not discussing that. There is something in return. Clear? Either money or money's worth or whatever. Okay? By a person. But in the course or furtherance of business. Means which transaction may not come here into picture. Any kind of transaction. Any kind of personal transaction. That means if I today sell my car, pay attention. Are you understanding, everybody of you? Today, let us say if I am under GST, okay, and I sell my personal car. That a personal car may be used for business or whatever, or even if I say it is used for business also mainly, but I sell it. Will I charge GST while selling? Answer is no. Everything is there. Sale is there. Yes. Okay. Then I'm getting money. Obviously, yes. Person, yes. But in the course or furtherance of business means what? What do you think is the meaning of this word?
Going concern.
Going concern. Okay. What else?
Expansion of business.
You understood the example? What I tell you, everybody? If I am selling my personal car, or if I'm selling my car, which I had used in my CA practice also for that example, for that matter. Now I'm selling my car to anybody. I will not charge GST because it is not in the course of or furtherance of business. What do you think is the meaning?
You are not into the business of selling the cars.
Fantastic, correct. Got it?
Yes.
If cars 24, that is the same, no? Cars 24.
Yes.
Or any other second hand or whoever the person is dealing with the same sells it, he will be charging GST.
Yes.
Understood, everybody?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Supply includes import of services. Okay, import of services for a consideration. So imported services for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. See, as soon as you say, if not in the furtherance of business, it can be a personal matter or personal transaction. Understood or no, everybody? Others are not responding. Trupti, Anurag, Shreya, understood?
Yes.
Pakka? Got it, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I take import of services, any consultancy, technical, lawyer, even from abroad, I'm taking my services, but I'm taking services here in India. That means I'm importing the service. Clear, everybody? Now it may be for business purpose or it may be for personal purpose also. Understood or no? Okay.
Yes.
So whether or not in course or furtherance of business. Clear? Even that is supply of service, right? Then activities specified in schedule 1 that we will see, made or agreed to be made, but without a consideration. So even if they are part of schedule 1, but there is no consideration, still will be treated as supply. All right, everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Check. Supply without consideration. Some examples are there. Okay. That we'll see later on. That we'll see later on only. And we have case number D. Okay, part D of the definition. Activities to be treated as supply of goods and or services. Again, a list is given over here. Okay. Part C was what? Without consideration, right, everybody?
Yes.
You want to see. Part C was what? Without consideration. That will be treated as supply still. Okay. And part D is what? Activities to be treated as supply of goods and services, which are given in schedule 2. Simple. So what is the difference between C and D? C has a separate list, D has a separate list. Correct, everybody? Schedule 1, schedule 2. But C is importantly without consideration. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if that activity is mentioned in schedule 1, but with consideration, then what will happen? Is it still supply? It can come under part A also. Because part A talks about what? With consideration. Are you understanding or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. So only if it is in schedule 1 and that also without consideration, you will see that is part C. All right, done everybody?
Yes.
Yes, everyone.
Yes.
sir.
Part C is
Yes,
there and
sir.
part D. I'll just go through the part D. Examples I'm giving you. Transfer of title in goods, right? Ownership given, computer, laptop, transfer. That is supply of what? Goods. Transfer of rights in the goods. Transfer of rights in the goods or of undivided share in goods without the transfer of title itself. So just given right to use. Okay. Even that will be what your services. Right, everybody? Transfer of right in goods or of undivided share in goods, but without transfer of the title itself. Services. Transfer of
Bailment,
title.
sir.
Huh?
Like bailment.
Bailment, yes. Yes. Transfer of title in goods under an agreement which stipulates that the property in goods shall pass at future date upon payment of full consideration as agreed. That will be what? Goods. And in future, they will get the ownership. That is still goods. Transaction related to land and building. Lease, tenancy, easement, license to occupy land, services. Lease or letting out building, including a commercial, industrial, or residential complex. Lease or letting out, okay? For business or commerce, either wholly or partly. But letting out for what, bachcho? Business or commerce. Means try to understand here. Read the sentence again. You have let out. That means given on rent. A residential unit. Complex means unit. For business purposes. Then it will come under GST. Yes or no, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But if I have let out a residential complex for residential use, will GST come into picture?
No.
It will not come into picture. Yes or no, all of you? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. I think we have lots of examples to cover, but here again you have what? Category. Part D. Okay. Schedule 2, it's a list of all the goods and or services. Clear, everybody? Done?
Yes, sir.
We'll write down in our notebooks then something. Or we'll just quickly. Same thing. Taxable event. Yes. Definition we'll do later on. Don't worry. Section 7 we were doing meaning and scope of supply. Yes, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Schedule 1 and Schedule 2, did we see just now? Schedule 1 and Schedule 2?
Yes. Part
Yes,
C
sir.
and part D.
Activities to be treated as supply even if made without
Consideration.
Consideration.
Schedule 2. They are your specifically given that they are supply. Okay? Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Section 7. Schedule 1 done, Schedule 2 done without consideration, and list is given. Check. We are doing exactly the same thing. Okay. All forms of supply of goods, services, both sale, transfer, barter, exchange, etc. For consideration by a person and in furtherance of course of business. Clear, everybody? Yes.
Sir.
An importation of service, but for consideration, whether or not for business or personal. Correct? Whether or not in course of furtherance of business. And your which one? Schedule 1. That is without consideration, no? Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Then next one, 1A. What does 1A say? Where certain activities, certain or transactions constitute a supply in accordance with the provisions of section 1, they shall be treated either a supply of goods and services as referred to in schedule 2. Schedule 2 also we have seen. Tell me.
Yes.
Part D, no?
Part what? Part
Part D.
Part D
Part
also
D.
we have seen. Correct. Done till here, all of you? Yes?
Yes.
Write on the notebook. First one. Taxable event means what? After such event, tax has to be paid. After such event, tax has to be paid. And such event is what? Supply of. Goods or services. Section 7 talks about what? Supply. Right, everybody? In that, what all you have? Barter is there?
Yes.
It means what? Exchange of goods. Exchange of goods. In sale, what happens? Transfer of title happens in sale.
Yes.
Yes. So sale means transfer of ownership for consideration. है ना? License, lease, or rental. Right? So only right to use is given, no? Only right to use is transferred. And what is not transferred? Ownership is not transferred. So only right to use is transferred and not ownership. Just like your bailment, no?
Yes.
Your car, computer, furniture may be given on rent. So it is right to use, not ownership. And one more, disposal. Disposal means scrap, okay? Scrap. Public sale of assets. Mental clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing which we are doing is for consideration, isn't it?
Yes.
Category which we are doing is for consideration. Next line, write down. What do you mean by consideration? Okay. So consideration in relation to supply of goods and services or both means what? Whatever you're getting in return, no? So any payment made or to be made. Or to be made means in future,
Yes.
whether in money or otherwise. That means barter,
Barter.
exchange, in respect of or in response to, or for the inducement or I mean for the doing of supply of goods or services or both. Whether by the recipient or on behalf of the recipient. So whether by the recipient or by any other person, but what is not consideration shall not include any subsidy, money received, okay, given by the CG or a state government. Okay, everybody, that will not be considered as consideration. All right, everybody. What is not
Yes,
considered
sir.
as consideration? Subsidy. Okay, so even if you're transferring some goods or you're donating somewhere and the government has helped you with subsidy, that will not be considered as consideration. Secondly, the monetary value of any act or forbearance means, pay attention. I'll give you example of non-compete fees. Remember non-compete fees. What is non-compete fees? Non-compete fees. We have discussed that in 194J income tax. TDS is applicable. Section 28 also. PGBP charging section. Non-compete fees is taxable under PGBP. What is non-compete fees? All of you. Are you there or no?
Forbiddance to do some work. We pay some money to the person.
Anybody else? Any other example?
Champarty.
Huh?
Champarty.
No. Champarty. Achha, Champarty.
Champarty.
No. Example can be like your partner has resigned or removed from the firm. Partner of the partnership firm, and then you tell him you will not do the same business or profession.
Hero sir. Hero Honda Company.
What?
Hero Honda Company, sir.
The Hero Honda, achha, Hero was told not to produce the same
Yes, sir.
products which they had done jointly, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if a person gets that fees, okay, are you understanding non-compete fees?
Yes.
Means for not doing something. Is he doing something? No, he's not doing. For that, he's getting money. Understood or no?
Yes.
He's getting money for not doing something. Even that is the money. Okay, so even that will be considered as consideration. So not doing something is also supply. Are you understanding? Bouncer.
Sir, nobody pays fees to us then.
Huh?
Not pay. Nobody pays to fee to us.
Nobody pays to?
Nobody pay such fees to us.
Achha, to us. Achha, practically speaking. Achha. Yeah. But we should pay to Himesh Reshmiya for not singing. Huh? He shouldn't sing. Or we should pay to Salman Khan for please stop acting. Huh?
Definitely.
That will be what? For not doing something. Getting money for not doing something. Right, everybody?
Yes.
Consideration. All right. So the monetary value of any act or forbearance also in respect of or for the inducement of supply of goods or services both, whether by the recipient or by any other person, but shall not include any subsidy given by the CG or the SG. So here we have what? Payment made, and here we have monetary value. Okay, if not actually money, but monetary value. Right, everybody? A deposit given in respect of supply of goods or services of both. Deposit, money, deposit is given, shall not be considered as payment made for such supply. I'll give you an example. This we had discussed in house property. That is again very much common between GST and income tax also. The concept I'm talking about, landlord and tenant. Tenant gave, bachcho, pay attention. I'm giving you example. For 1 year rent, he gave, let us say 12-month rent and plus deposit. Okay, example. In this case, what is the consideration as per GST? Or let us say GST will be levied now. I mean, what is the consideration over here? 12-month or 14-month? I mean, and plus deposit. Let us say deposit is of 2 months rent. 2 months rent is extra given as deposit. So what is consideration? 12 months or 14 months?
12 months.
12 months only is the consideration.
Yes.
Because deposit is refundable. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. But pay attention. If the landlord extends his stay to 14 months and adjust the 2 months deposit Are you understanding my point? That means the tenant stays totally for how many months?
14 months.
And he's not paying something extra now. 13 and 14 month rent he's not paying. He's saying what? Adjust my deposit with you. Understood or no?
Yes.
Now in that case, consideration is 12 months or 14 months?
14 months.
14 months.
Unless the supplier is of services landlord now, applies such a deposit as consideration for the said supply. What is the supplying for more? 2 months. 2 months occupation. Occupation means using the property. He's extending that or using that. Sorry, supplying that. For that, he's saying a child adjustment the deposit. So when this deposit is considered as consideration, same thing like your house property, we have done this. Okay.
Yes.
This will be
Yes.
income if he applies that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Only deposit if it is refundable, then it is not income. Look from income tax point of view. If the deposit is adjusted against service or whatever, then that is
Income.
Same thing here in case of consideration. Yes, that is it for
Yes.
today.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Then okay. For your homework, I expect you to do chapter 1. Against damages, then we'll have to check what it is. I'll have to check that, but I don't think so. Because it will
In
be
that case, sir, can we consider deposit as a forbearance? I mean, like for not doing the damages?
I doubt that. I doubt. Forbearance of act. See, he's not going to give some extra money over and above, not the tenant. And if he charges GST, then in fact the landlord is reducing his own money, practically speaking. Done, everybody?
And sir, that will be the recovery of damages. No?
Yes. Will you read? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As it is, I'll be giving you, but go through all this also, okay? Chapter 1, whatever was remaining, please do that from your study material. Okay, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
sir.
at least first, whatever you've done till now, will read, okay? Read and come, sorry. All right, everybody?
Yes.
Other things will take it up, don't worry. All right? Sure.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
See you then in next lecture. Huh?